Hello guys, welcome to our talk show. Today we are very honored to have invited a very famous guitarist from Belgium to be on our show. Yeah, sir.
Hello.
Welcome to our talk show. Welcome to China.
Thank you.
Could you first please introduce yourself a little bit more to your audience?
Hello, my name is Aram van Ballaert. I'm a Belgian guitar player and a Belgian composer. This last week was my first time in China and it was really fantastic. This is such a beautiful country.
Nice, thank you for saying that. So how do you like it here?
I just was in Beijing. Normally I had a concert in Ulaanbaatar in Mongolia, but the plane didn't leave 2 times, so I left here. But it was an opportunity to visit this beautiful city. Mm-hmm. So it's really great. Chinese. The weather was cold, but the people were warm. So that was great.
Yeah, well, I hope you'll get a chance to come back more.
Yeah. Normally, maybe in November I will come back.
Good. We're looking forward to that.
Thank you.
You know, firstly, I have to congratulate you. It's a wonderful performance you just done.
Thank you.
And I was a bit kind of late because of the traffic, but I watched the last 3 pieces of music that you played. One is the solo that you did. The other 2 were a piece of music you played with our Chinese musician. So can you tell us how did you feel?
Well, for me it was fantastic because I never met this musician before. Mr. Sun Jinyang, I think his name, and so we met 15 minutes before the concert. We met and we played a little bit together, and it's I think music is a language that you can start talking immediately. I mean, Chinese for me it's impossible to learn it even in a few years, I think. But with music you can communicate directly. It goes from one heart to another straight. There's no shortcut in music. It's only honest conversations.
Wow.
And if you meet a musician like Sun Jinyang, it's straight. I love the poetry in Chinese music. I'm interested in Chinese culture for a long time. I do a little bit of Tai Chi Chuan. For a few years. I try it at home. I have a very good teacher, but so the Tao and things like that. It's Wu Wei and the things in Chinese culture. It inspires me a lot, also as a musician.
Wow. Wow. So you only met each other like 15 minutes before the performance.
Yeah.
So you improvised, right? A lot during the performance there.
Yeah.
I couldn't feel. I thought you kind of rehearsed many times
No,
before the performance.
No.
So it's a really good combination.
Yeah. But to be honest, the organization sent me some YouTube movies about the instrument. And So I listened a lot in my plane, and so I knew a little bit the atmosphere of this kind of music. So I was prepared without being really prepared, without being too prepared. But playing with someone is always an adventure, and you have to just to do it.
Yeah. But as a very skilled guitar player like you, it's a piece of cake, no problem at all.
Yeah, it's you have to be honest as a musician. You have your vocabulary, and then you try some sentences together. So, but thank you for the compliment.
Yeah. As for the a member from the audience, I really enjoyed it. I loved it so much.
Yeah, I think there was a big connection between the audience who felt that I really appreciate your Chinese culture and music, and they also had a close listen to my own compositions. So it was like a conversation without words. And that's what have to happen with concert. If not, you can stay at home and put a CD on.
Yeah, exactly.
So I think I want to take risks, and I love it. And sometimes you win some, you lose some, and I think we won some.
You won.
Together with.
That's good. That's really good interaction between you and the audience.
Yeah.
Very good. So how about we go back to the start? When you first started playing, guitar, can you tell us the story? What inspired you to choose this musical instrument?
Well, I start with the ukulele, which is a little guitar. When I was 6 years old, but after a few years I got bored. I mean, I wanted more strings, so
more challenges.
more challenges. So I bought a classical guitar, because of the sound. I didn't buy electric guitar, but afterwards I did it. But I started with classical music, and I played along with records from my parents, my own records. And at a certain moment I felt like I was blocked a little bit, so I went to music school to learn to read and to write music, and then the combination of my instrument, in which improvisation is a skill you have to know, and then reading classical music, the combination of that brought me where I'm now. But so I think guitar is an instrument which fits a lot of styles of music. So I also play in pop and rock bands.
Oh, really?
Yeah, yeah. I play a lot of big gigs with bands in Belgium and the Netherlands. But my first love is classical music, and that's my biggest love. So yeah. Because of the honest sound, you don't need an amplifier, you don't need all those things. So I started when I was 10 to study really the classical guitar, and then I did some sort of music university studies.
So in the beginning, you kind of like self-taught.
Yeah.
Then later on, you got some professional training from universities.
Yeah, I'm a teacher now myself, and I find it really very interesting to first learn the kids how to play and then how to read, because it's like in language. If you first learn to read and to write, you will be blocked. But if you first learn to play and then, I play this, and then it's the other way around. So I think music education should start with the instrument, with playing, and then go to the reading and the writing.
Oh, yeah. I see. Kind of like the language learning, right?
Yeah.
You speak the language first.
Yeah.
Then you go back to study the grammar.
It's directly. There's no in between. There's no books. There's no scores. And afterwards, it's good to learn how to read and to write to
perfect your skills.
Yeah, and to make your vocabulary bigger. So I think that's very important.
Wow.
But I when I teach little kids or even my older students, I improvise a lot. Just like talking.
Okay, so that's the kind of like the music is also like the language, right? The real language is to communicate.
Yeah. I did concerts in Africa. I did concerts in Ukraine, in Saudi Arabia, and I always like to play with people from there, which. I can't speak those languages, but I can speak the music. So in that way, you can communicate in another way, a more spiritual way, I think.
An even higher form of language. So this music is like universal language. It breaks down all the common language barriers to enable you to communicate with the audience, with your students. Wow, cool. Thank you. So how long have you been playing classic guitar?
Classic guitar, I started classical guitar when I was 10 years old, and I'm 46 now, so I play 36 years.
Oh, you don't look 46.
Thank you very much. No, I feel 56 today. No. So I play for many years, it's I miss my guitar when I don't play for 2 days. So even when I'm on holiday with my family, I take a little guitar with me to play.
How many hours do you play?
It depends. Sometimes it's just 2-3 hours if I have to teach, and if I have to do other things. Sometimes I play 6-7 hours. I don't have a strict schedule. I don't believe in strict schedules. I believe in you have to play every day a few hours, but
so you're not forced to do so. It's just your kind of like your lifestyle. This is something you have to do, like drinking water, eat meals every day.
It's a natural way of my behavior. It's I think my guitar is a little extension of my body, so I take it everywhere I am.
That sentence.
Oh, thank you. Or of my mind even. So I need my guitar. Without my guitar,
something's missing. Some piece of you is missing.
It helps me to be in rest, in peace.
Wow. So among your music career in life, can you tell us which part or what is you're most proud of?
I'm very proud of the fact that I visit different parts in the world with just a piece of wood and 6 strings. So that I'm very proud of that, and I'm also proud that I can compose music. So I can just have a little idea, and I make a lot of film music in Belgium. So
film music as well.
Yeah, film music or for TV series. I compose, and that's very pleasant. That's very nice to do because you can help the storytelling with music. So yeah.
Wow, that's a new field. I never kind of had experience of. Can you tell us, when making composed music for film, what are some challenges you often face?
Well, often the director gives me the script first, so I read it, and then if you have a few characters, specific characters, I have a harmony or a tune in my head, and then I start to compose. So I have a little library of tunes and of arrangements of tunes, and then when they send me the picture, I mean the movie itself, I can try to fit those themes in it and to arrange it and to see where I have to make it for orchestra or where I have to just write it for piano or for guitar. So it's and I do a lot of improvisation too. When they give me the movie, I play and I play, and then I take parts out of it to compose really.
Wow. Can you tell us where we can, have the access to your music?
I have a website with some music on it. So it's www.aram.wbe.
Okay, make sure to check that out.
Yeah, with some music of mine which I composed for movies and some other instrumental stuff.
Okay, and also many of our audience, they are youngsters from China. They may want to look up to you, like the role models, and some of them maybe they are college students already, or maybe they're already working. Is it kind of like age strict for them to learn how to play guitar, or is it kind of difficult for them to learn classic guitar now?
No, the sooner you start, the better, because it's like with a language. If you learn to talk when you're 15 years, it's possible, but it's not the same.
Yeah. How about adults? Any advice you can give to the adults who want to start learning guitar from scratch?
From scratch. Start from scratch without scores. Start listening to music, because like I said, it's like language. If you want to learn Spanish, you can stay here and learn it from book, or you can go to Spain and try to talk in a pub or in whatever. So I think playing with records or with YouTube, things like that, and then find a good teacher who can balance between improvisation and between reading music.
Okay, that's good. Before we finish up here, do you have any other words you want to say to your Chinese audience?
It was an honor for me to come to China, and I learned some Chinese music now. So I will arrange some music from China here, and well, I think it's time to go because my microphone is going spontaneously. But hope to see you maybe in another concert later on.
Sure. Thank you so much for taking the interview.
Thank you.
Looking forward to hearing
My pleasure.
more wonderful music from you. I wish you all the best.
My pleasure.